Midday News is brought to you by Dogra A1 Digital Hearing Aid Center, Jammu, offering special discounts for the senior citizens and reimbursement schemes for the government employees.
Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha on Tuesday called for replicating the success stories of innovative and progressive farmers from across the country in the Union Territory through transmission of ideas and knowledge sharing. The Lieutenant Governor termed innovative farmers as a key change maker in the agricultural development and a motivating force for the whole farming community. He urged them to disseminate his technical know-how for the further emulsions by the farmer to multiply their income. He was speaking at the inaugural ceremony of a 2-day-long innovative farmer conference on the farmer-led innovations for enhancing farm incomes at SKUST, Jammu, organized to harness first-hand information experience of the innovative farmers. The transporters of all the commercial vehicles in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir have deferred their proposal indefinite strike from February 24th. Vijay Singh Chib, the President Matador Union Jammu and senior members of all J&K Transport Welfare Association said that the 2-round meetings with the Transport Commissioners and Commissioner Secretaries Transport Hridesh Kumar Singh were held in Jammu. Through officers in the principle agreed to the demands of the transporters, but no written assurance was given to the association. The Jammu and Kashmir administration on Tuesday dispensed away the requirement of the license to start the operation of stone crushers or hot and wet mixing plants in the Union Territory to promote ease of doing business by creating a business-friendly environment. The administration notified the fresh J&K stone crushers and hot and wet mixing plants regulation rules dispensing away the requirements of a license. The decision will facilitate the establishment and the functioning of the stone crushers, hot and mixing plants and boost the supply of raw material required in the construction sector, besides expediting the completions of the various mega projects. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha on Tuesday evening paid a visit to Dal Lake, where he met several tourists who had come from different parts of the country. During his interaction with the tourists, the Lieutenant Governor inquired about the experiences of their visit to the Jammu and Kashmir. Be the goodwill ambassador of Jammu and Kashmir and carry the message to your respective areas that J&K is an ideal and safe tourist destination, Sinha told the tourist. A special court rejected the bail application of PDP leader Wahid Para on Tuesday, saying that the charges against him were grave, serious and heinous in nature, and that preliminary analysis of evidence collected so far was also aiding militancy in Jammu and Kashmir in the grab of a politician. Para was detained by the Criminal Investigation Department and brought from Jammu upon transit remand after his release by NIA court on 9 January. The National Investigation Agency had arrested Para on November 25th in a separate case related to terrorism. The security situation in the restive South Kashmir has improved significantly, and the army is prepared to meet challenges like the threat of improvised explosive devices and conduct incident-free annual Amarnath Yatra, a senior army official said on Tuesday. The officer said summer months ahead are challenging for the security forces, especially in the view of expected rush on the tourists and the Amarnath Yatra. The cumulative number of COVID-19 vaccine doses administered to healthcare and frontline workers in the country has crossed 1.19 crore, the Union Health Ministry said on Tuesday. A total of 1,19,07,392 vaccine doses have been administered through 2,53,434 sessions till 6 p.m. on Tuesday. While the countrywide vaccination drive was rolled out on January 16, vaccination of frontline workers started from February 2. The Defence Acquisition Council on Tuesday approved buying the defence equipments worth Rs 13,700 crore for 3 armed forces, including 118 Arjun Mk-1A tanks for the Army. The DAC also accorded that 3 acceptances of the necessities for an overall cost of Rs 13,700 crores. All these acquisition proposals was approved by the DAC will be indigenously designed and developed and manufactured. These will include inter alia platforms and system designed and developed by DRDO.